be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot. I be beaming.
What's up? What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. If this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. Pull up a seat. Hope you enjoyed the content. And before we get into this video, I want to ask that you like, comment, share, subscribe. Go ahead and tap that bell while you're at it so you're notified anytime I drop a brand new video, go live, or schedule a premiere. All right, y'all. So I'm back with another mukbang, and today I'm having some seafood. I feel like I haven't had seafood in a minute, y'all, especially mussels. So I got some black mussels, I got some sausage, corn, and I have a simple butter sauce that I made off to the side. It's just butter, lemon, and garlic salt. That's it. So very, very simple, y'all. All right. Yeah, so that's it. Let's get into it, y'all. And I'm hungry. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you give me a plate so I can put these on there? Thank you. And my honey is off to the side, y'all. And I'm going to be doing some questions later. They're like relationship and like dating questions. So she's going to ask them. I'm going to answer them. And thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing in this video, y'all. That tang. I love me some damn tang, y'all. I do. I love tangy stuff. It's like the right amount of lemon and like garlic salt. So we're still out here in Vegas. Today's the last full day out here. Tasha just came in here asking about an escape room. I don't know if that's what we're doing or not, but maybe. Or I might go swimming. I did do a vlog, and I'm really proud of myself because I feel like I forgot. It's a lot of stuff I just forgot to vlog, y'all. But I think I definitely have enough to put out like a pretty cool vlog. So I don't know if that's coming before this or after this, but it'll be out soon. Damn, I didn't even had corn in a long time. How was your corn?
It was good.
The shrimp was good too? She had shrimp. Headless shrimp. Y'all, I can't really fool with shrimp like that. I get kind of paranoid about shrimp. I get paranoid about it. You know, I need to clean it myself to know if it's clean. So I really don't order shrimp like that when I'm out and about. I should have got more corn.
Yeah, it's really good.
I had only got one piece. This is good. I got mine in, my mussels came in like a garlic butter sauce. It's a mild garlic butter sauce. Cheers, y'all. I got a margarita, blood orange. I've been drinking these margaritas pretty much the whole time. Well, I've been having a little bit of like other stuff too, but this has been helping me really pace myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not just doing too much. Cause honey, I know how to do too much, right? And I just really trying to be careful, especially just like drinking in the sun. I've had a couple of bad experiences with that. You know, because the sun takes so much energy out of you. So we've been out here. It's good seeing my cousin Justin, saw my cousin Chanel. Y'all gonna see Chanel in the vlog. She got her own little segment on here, so please look out for her because she says she's looking for love. So you remember when she was talking about that yesterday?
Yes. We was laughing.
And I'm putting that whole thing in there. I'm putting that whole thing, everything she said, I'm putting it in the vlog. I sure am. She said she looking for love.
I got a free ad.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get started with the questions in a minute, y'all, but I want to talk about people who misrepresent themselves when they're dating. And I don't know, like, is it this pressure to misrepresent yourself? Like, do people just think, is it rooted in like thinking you're not good enough? Or, I mean, because whatever you're lying about is eventually going to come to light. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's really no way to hide that. You know, whether you're lying about where you work or where you live or how much money you make or shit, lying about being single, which people do pretty often. I don't know. And I was thinking about, like, have I ever misrepresented myself? And I feel like I have. I had to be honest with myself. There was a point in time where, y'all, I really just shouldn't have been focused on dating. It wasn't a priority for me. My finances were my priority at the time. I was working on paying off all my debt, right? And, you know, I had a plan. It was laid out. I was focused. And then this woman came along and I started being like, oh, okay, well, yeah, let's date. But it's like, that was not a part of the plan. I'm trying to pay debt down, but I'm going further into debt because I'm dating and all this other stuff or whatever. And I feel like it was just a misrepresentation of like what I could do financially at the time. This was years ago. You know what I mean? And y'all, when she found out how much money I made, she was shocked. She's like, that's all you make? That's it? She was like, I would have never thought that that was all you made because of like what we do, you know, the activities we do. But it was just like, I feel like I was just overextending myself because I had to date her. Like, she was so different than everybody else I had ever dated, you know? And it was just a dumbass decision. It was, I ain't gonna lie. So I do feel like I misrepresented myself, like in terms of where I was financially. But y'all tell me about that. Have you ever misrepresented yourself when you were dating? Or have you fallen for somebody who's misrepresented themselves? And misrepresentation, lying, basically is what I'm talking about. I've heard way too many stories about people just lying about like not being married, you know, not being honest about being separated, going through a divorce, all kind of shit. So y'all let me know what you've experienced. And it could be you or the other person, you know. We ain't got to talk about other people. It could be you, something that you did. I'm thinking about that dating situation. Had I stayed focused instead of dating and just focused on being debt free, how different that makes life. You know what I'm saying? Because you move differently through life when you debt free. Basically, you need to take way more risks when opportunities present themselves or whatever. So, anyway, we can go ahead and get started on the questions, babe.
Okay.
Whenever you don't have to, you can finish your food. You want to finish your food?
No, I'm fine.
You good?
Yep, because I can see the first question.
Okay.
If your credit score was a person, describe what kind of person it would be.
That's a good question. What kind of person will my credit score be? I would say somebody that's steady, somebody that is going strong and reliable. That's the kind of person I would define them as. That's one thing. If my parents didn't teach me nothing else about credit, y'all, they preached credit. They wouldn't stop talking about it as soon as I was old enough to understand. So I've done a really good job maintaining my credit, and I see the benefits of it. You know what I'm saying? Like all the interest and shit that you have to pay or not pay based on your credit. But yeah, I would say somebody that's strong, reliable, and steady is the way I would describe it.
Tell me about a time when you broke someone's trust and what you did to gain it back.
I gotta go back to when I was like, maybe like 19, 20. And one of my high school best friends, she was in a relationship with this girl. No, maybe I was in high school still. Maybe I was 17, 18. I was in high school. So she was dating this girl. And like I said, she was my best friend. She was dating this girl. They were in a relationship. And the girl started talking to me too. Like she liked me as well. So she liked me and my best friend. I know. Y'all see the face she making. So she like, me and my best friend. And of course, as a best friend, I should be like, nah, like I'm good. I'm not interested. Like y'all are together, y'all doing y'all thing or whatever. No, I took this as an opportunity for me to have my first experience with a woman, you know? And we just was living like this secret, you know what I'm saying? We was living this secret. And I basically was a side piece pretty much, you know what I'm saying? My best friend was her main thing. So I was a side piece, and eventually it came out. It came out that we were in a relationship. And I remember my best friend was blowing my ass up. She was paging the hell out of me. And when she was paging me, I knew that she found out. I don't even remember how she found out, y'all, but I was so embarrassed. You know, because I'm thinking back, like, living that secret life, it was kind of like, I had like this thrill, like this rush of like getting away with it. You know what I'm saying? And I've never done anything like that ever again in my life, and I never would. But I don't know, y'all was just so wrapped up in having my first like experience with a woman or a girl that I didn't really care. So, oh, and to get her trust back, I really just answered all of her questions. I answered all her questions, told her how it happened, how long it been going on. So the girl was trying to deny everything, and I told the truth. And it just took time, honestly. Spending time with her, and just turning over a new leaf as a person, and really getting back to the foundation of the person that was her best friend, the person she had, you know, loved, known, and trusted all these years. And we eventually got back into a good place. Now, we were never best friends ever again, and I feel like that was why things changed. But yeah, so we eventually got back into a good place, though.
Do you feel it is okay to go through your significant other's phone without permission?
No. I don't. And if I gotta go through your phone because I think you're doing something, we don't need to be together. Like, if I can't sleep at night, or if I'm feeling anxious, or I'm second guessing things, or whatever, if I feel like you... Now, look, there could be a time where people may spend a lot of time on their phone. Like, I could spend a lot of time on my phone because maybe I'm editing or doing something, but I'm never gonna make my significant other feel uncomfortable. And if she has a problem with me as much time as I'm spending on my phone, we could talk about it. You know what I mean? And I don't have nothing to hide. So, no, I would never go through nobody's phone without permission.
Your partner doesn't look quite the way they did when you started dating.
Mm-hmm.
How do you handle it?
Continue to love them and be with them. I mean, I feel like things are going to change. Nobody is going to look exactly the same. People are going to change their hairstyle, the way that they dress. They may lose weight. They might gain weight, you know, and that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. You know, more importantly is, you know, how does that person feel about themselves? Like, you know what I'm saying? If they're happy with it, but the way that they look and the way that they feel, then that's all that really matters to me. You know, I've been in both sides of the coin where somebody has lost a lot of weight, and then I've been on the other side where somebody has gained weight too. And in both situations, it didn't bother me, because that's just life. It is what it is. Whether you were under a lot of stress, which can result in weight loss or, you know, weight gain. It's just how it is. Same with me. Gain weight, lose weight, hairstyle all different, all that shit. Now, you know, I want somebody to feel comfortable being themselves and being able to change things about themselves, without, I mean, because really, am I going to tell somebody, oh, I'm only with you because you wear braids? I'm not going to say that. You know what I'm saying? It's like my honey right now, she has her hair straightened. When we first met, she had braids. You know, am I really going to be like, hey, we on hold and this ain't going to work until you get your braids back? Like, could you imagine somebody saying that to you?
Absolutely not.
You
Because
know?
they in trouble anyway, because I changed my hair too much.
Yeah, but I mean, some people feel that way. It's like, I met you one way and I want you to maintain this look for the rest of our relationship. That's asking for too much, you know, in my opinion.
If your significant other presents you with a prenup before your wedding, would you sign it? Why or why not?
Definitely signing a prenup. I do believe in someone being able to take their assets. You know, people have worked really hard for the things they have, made all these different sacrifices and whatever they've done to get what they have before we were together. I'm totally okay with them protecting it, just like I'm okay with protecting my assets as well. So I'm cool with that. And I'll tell you what, my response and perspective on that has evolved like so much over the last like 5 years. Because I used to feel like, why would I sign a prenup? Why would she ask me? Or why would I ask them I love you and this and that, blah, blah, blah. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just protecting, like I said, what you worked really hard for but before this relationship was established. And, you know, we could split the things that we acquired together. That makes sense, right? But, you know, so essentially it would be that the relationship didn't work out everybody leaving with what they came with, pretty much. You know, that makes sense to me. So,
in that same token, how are you financially preparing for your future?
That's a really good question. Focusing on multiple streams of content and income, pretty much. And I'm saying multiple streams of content because with content, a lot of it requires you to build and build and build before maybe you monetize certain things. But you have to have the foundation and have it in place. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on multiple streams of income. That's my biggest thing. So I'll tell you, like, the streams that I'm focused on are filmmaking, YouTube, podcast, seasonings, Patreon, merchandise. Am I missing anything?
That's everything.
That's everything so far, I think. Is it? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, speaking engagements.
Yeah.
Also doing some consulting work as well, you know, so just really making sure that, you know, that I'm producing things at a high level and like being consistent. So yeah, I think it's just more than, it's just focusing on multiple streams of income, you know, so that things are steady. And also I really need to focus on the multiple streams, I need to create more passive ways of income where I'm not involved in the day-to-day process of it, where I can make money while I'm on vacation easily without having to be involved. So that's really my goal, is to shift my focus on more passive income, but either way, having multiple streams, whether I'm actively, you know, active or passive in it. So
how would you feel if your significant other stayed in contact with an ex?
Oh, I don't care. That doesn't bother me. I think as long as I know that they're friends and understand the dynamic of their relationship, I'm cool with that. Just like that's how I handle it as well. That I want my partner to know, you know, that somebody is my ex, the type of relationship that we had in the past. You know, I have no problem, you know, disclosing that. Understanding like how long we were together, why we broke up, whatever. And, you know, just understand like what kind of friendship y'all have. Like, you know, do you guys hang out? Do you guys just talk on the phone or whatever? So I think that setting those expectations of like, you know, when you see so-and-so's name pop up, you're not gonna be surprised. You know, my caller ID or whatever. Or if me and this person go to lunch every quarter, whatever. Just so you know, just so that everything is laid out on the table, so there are no surprises. Because I feel like when you don't communicate about you and the ex still being cool, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna look fishy. It's gonna look funny. You know, you're gonna make your person feel some kind of way. So I don't have a problem with it. I think that exes can definitely move into a state of friendship though. So I have no problem with it.
What are your views on monogamy? Would you prefer to live a different lifestyle? Explain your answer.
Monogamy, I feel like monogamy is a learned behavior. I don't feel like we were just born to just be here and be with one person and have one experience for the rest of your life. I don't think it was like that. But I do believe it's a learned behavior. So for me, I feel like that I'm used to it because I grew up around so many monogamous and married couples, you know? So I think I'm recreating what I'm used to, you know? And also too, I feel safe and more comfortable in a monogamous relationship. I'm not saying you don't have safety in other types of lifestyles. I'm saying it's just based on my needs in terms of, I'm a very sensitive person. So I feel like if I had too much going on and had a lot to keep up with, it would be overwhelming emotionally for me. So I think that's how I view monogamy. I think it's a learned behavior. I am a monogamous person. I do think that you can still even have a monogamous relationship and still kind of do certain things. You know what I mean? Like to kind of spice things up in your relationship and still be monogamous, but y'all make these exceptions every now and then or special occasions or whatever. I don't see anything wrong with that. And again, as long as both parties are on the same page, not forcing something on your partner. And in terms of other lifestyles, I know that they exist. I don't think they're for me. Like I'm not a poly person, but I don't have anything against it. And I'm actually in a place where I want to know more about it. You know what I mean? So, and I just respect what everybody feels like is best for them and their relationship. So that's what I think.
How do you tend to your mental health?
I tend to my mental health. Honestly, I do a lot of check-ins with myself. You know, I do a lot of check-ins. I feel like I'm pretty tapped in and tuned into who I am as a person. So I can feel when something is not right. You know what I mean? Or if I feel off, you know what I'm saying? I'm recently back in therapy. I'll actually be going to my first session once we get back from Vegas. It'll be this upcoming week. And there wasn't any one particular thing that like triggered me to go back to therapy. It's just more of a like, I just want to stay on top of my mental health. I want to stay on top of it, be proactive. And just check in, because who knows, like the therapist might ask me some questions that allows me to work on something that I didn't even know was an issue. So I tend to that with therapy. I still do a lot of journaling, meditation, prayer, and honestly too, being very mindful of the company that I keep. That helps with my mental health as well, because I think that keeping the wrong people in your circle can definitely have you in a bad place mentally. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of what they're doing becomes your shit, and you got to deal with it, and you suffering and struggling with certain things too. So I'm mindful of that, you know. And also too, I feel like I tend to, by exercising, I love going for walks. I think walks keep me in a good place mentally as well. So, and one thing that's really important to me in terms of like a relationship is someone prioritizing their mental health. So if I want if I want my person to prioritize their mental health, I have to do that as well. So it's at the top of my list to make sure my mental health is in place, you know. So yeah, that was all the questions. All right, y'all, got through all the questions. So maybe some of y'all got to know me a little bit more, hear my perspective on certain things. I know I talk a lot of stuff about a lot of different things during the lives, and a lot of people miss the live. So hopefully you learned something different about me, or I got a chance to elaborate on something you've been curious about. But I appreciate y'all watching. And that's it, y'all. Make the best of the day. Be good to yourself, y'all. Peace.
I be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.